So you think someone who would support 700 miles of border wall probably doesn't really know what's going on?
No.
Why did Elizabeth Warren vote for 700 miles of a border wall in 2013 then?
In 2013? I have no idea.
Would you back someone who did that?
Who voted to build 700 miles of a border wall?
Elizabeth Warren did that.
I would vote for Elizabeth Warren.
Okay. And for the border wall?
If she thought it, I'm not for Trump's border wall. I think he's an orange clown.
In 2013, Elizabeth Warren voted yes to build a 700-mile border wall along our southern border. But just in February, she said a wall is a monument of hate and division. Let's ask her supporters why she would say something like that when she voted for the border wall. One thing she just said recently was that she thinks a border wall on our southern border is a symbol of hate and division. Would you agree with that?
I believe it. I believe it absolutely.
Okay.
I think that the administration that's in there now just breeds the hate and the division of the country.
And the border wall ties into that.
Well, big time.
Would you say that the border wall, if you support it, you're kind of...
I would say it's a policy because it's only aimed at one particular ethnic group.
During her time as senator, she has stated that she thinks that the border wall on the southern border is a monument of hate and division. Would you agree with her about that?
Yes, it's totally ridiculous waste of money. And it's not going to happen.
Would you ever support someone who, let's say, voted yes on building 700 miles of border wall on our southern border?
I don't see it's like a monument to Trump's fascism and hate. I don't see the point.
How do you guys feel about Trump's border wall?
You really don't want that. It is not right.
I want it raw, unfiltered. We're not the mainstream media here. We're asking. I'm sorry?
He's full of and I am royally pissed off.
Would you be royally pissed off if someone were to say and vote yes on 700 miles of border wall on our southern border?
Yeah. I have worked with migrant programs, and I'm on a Facebook group that deals with immigration issues in the state of Ohio.
No, I don't think that's a good choice for our money.
What do you guys think about Trump's border wall right now?
Well, my mother was from Canada, and thank God she got in this country back in 1930. You know, she wasn't kept out. And my grandparents were Canadian, and I love foreigners. They're just wonderful. They're wonderful for this country.
So good thing the southern border wasn't up yet, because they wouldn't have been able to get through to Canada, right?
Right, that's right.
Right, absolutely. So would you guys go as far to say it's a little what he's trying to do with the border wall?
Definitely. My mom was so passionate what she said. You really couldn't top that, and I feel the same way.
Okay. Would you guys agree that anyone who would vote yes on a bill for spending of a 700-mile border wall is also a little bit they would support that?
Yes, I think it's all about money. It just all boils down to money.
Yes, I definitely do.
Elizabeth Warren recently said that she thinks a border wall on the southern border is a monument of hate and division. Would you agree with her on that statement?
Yeah.
Would you?
Yeah, the people who are coming up here because of economic and physical violence in their own countries. They're not. They're people. We have a law that says that people can come here and seek asylum, and that's the law we have. So we need to follow our own laws and allow people to seek asylum.
Would you guys support a candidate who would vote to build 700 miles of border wall on our southern border? Would you support that at all?
No. The Mexicans pay for it.
So you would if Mexicans paid for it.
Well, everybody knows that's a lie.
Okay. So is your real answer no, you wouldn't support that?
I would not.
Okay. So then why are you supporting Elizabeth Warren, who voted for exactly what I just said in 2013?
I think everybody wants border security, but I don't remember her saying that she was going to build a wall.
Right. 700 miles in 2013. She voted yes.
If you say so.
I'm going to back whoever runs against Donald Trump.
Wow, okay.
I don't care who it is.
Would you back someone who has voted yes on building 700 miles of a border wall on the...
Who did that?
I'm sorry?
Who did that?
Would you back someone who did that?
Who voted to build 700 miles of a border wall?
Elizabeth Warren did that.
I would vote for Elizabeth Warren.
Okay. And for the border wall?
If she thought it, I'm not for Trump's border wall. I think he's an orange clown. But
orange man bad, right? right, orange man bad.
He's a con man. We all knew it from the start.
So are you going to turn around then and not go see Elizabeth Warren since she did vote for a border wall?
I want to hear what she has to say. I'm not finished yet figuring this out, and I think I need to hear this.
So would you say that Elizabeth Warren might be a little because she did vote for a 700-mile border wall? No,
I wouldn't say that.
She's not.
Like I said before, I'm only holding her responsible for her presidential campaign promises that she's making since she announced her candidacy.
So things that she's voted on as being a senator don't really count?
No, I wouldn't say they don't count,
Okay.
but you asked me what I'm judging on. Yeah, I'm judging on the ideas that I like that she's proposed since she's been a senator and beyond.
Elizabeth Warren actually voted in 2013 for 700 miles of the border wall. But you said someone who would support that and vote for that isn't worth listening to.
If she'd have been the one saying what the wall was going to be, it would have been reasonable. It would have been a reasonable cost, and it wouldn't have been so hurtful or harmful or even such an obstacle for people to have to use to get into the country.
And at that time, I do think that it was more of a Democratic position, kind of an Obama position. I don't think that she was the only one who would have voted for that.
But she did support a 700 miles of border wall.
We have to get in.
If she had proposed that first, you guys would have been in support of the border wall?
As long as it wasn't deadly and as long as they didn't separate families.
My God, what mental gymnastics was that? That was wild. Can you tell me, this is kind of a pop quiz, which Democratic candidate right now and in the running right now supported a 700-mile border wall in 2013? They voted yes to build a 700-mile border wall. Do you have any idea who that is?
No.
If you could guess anybody, any guesses?
Not off the top of my head, no.
What if I told you it was Elizabeth Warren?
That would be surprising to me. It really would.
If someone were to say, I'm going to vote for 700 miles of border wall on our southern border, I'd be royally pissed off. Yeah. So why aren't you pissed off right now? Because Elizabeth Warren voted for 700 miles of border wall in 2013.
I know, and that I wanted to hear her speak. Did
you know she voted for that?
Yeah.
She actually voted for 700 miles of a border wall to be built on their southern border. Would you classify that as an accomplishment or maybe not so much?
Well, that anytime there's funding involved, I know there's all kinds of stuff tagged on, so I'm sure there was a good reason. I trust her judgment that, even though I don't agree with the idea of the border wall, but I'm guessing that that's why.
She actually voted for a 700-mile border wall on the southern border back in 2013. By your face, it doesn't seem like you think that's an accomplishment.
I don't think so, but I don't know the details of it.
So you think someone who would support 700 miles of border wall probably doesn't really know what's going on?
No.
Why did Elizabeth Warren vote for 700 miles of a border wall in 2013 then?
In 2013? I have no idea.
Does that concern you?
I would have to look it up, but thanks. Have a good one.
So you would say someone who would support 700 miles of border wall would be a...
Most likely, yes.
Can you tell me why Elizabeth Warren voted for 700 miles of a border wall? Is she a... In 2013, she voted for that. Is she a for doing that?
No, there must be, qualifications.
So okay, so when Elizabeth Warren does it, she's not a bigot. Good to know. So Elizabeth Warren actually in 2013 voted yes for specifically what I just said, 700 miles of border wall on our southern border. What do you think that says about her rhetoric now when she says that a border wall is a monument of hate and division? Why is there an inconsistency in her voting record and what she's saying now?
You know, I obviously can't answer that.
So I have one important question. Elizabeth Warren voted for a 700-mile border wall in 2013. You just said anyone who would support that and vote for that is. Is she?
She's more educated now, and
Was she back then?
I don't know all the specifics, but I bet there were different. There weren't people going to be put in cages and little
in 2013
and little kids separated
under
from their
Obama
family.
administration. That wasn't happening.
I don't think so.
Politics is a bunch of trade-offs and barter, and
you
sometimes you have to trade off a little bit.
So you said Trump's border wall is a.
He doesn't want a little section here and there. He wants to block off the entire border. Not just the human issue, but do you know how much environmental damage it's going to do too if he
Does
gets away with
Elizabeth
that
Warren
shit?
know if she went 700 miles? Does that make her kind of full of and her border wall that she supported kind of too? Or is it only Donald Trump?
Like I said, there's a difference between accepting some compromise, which he doesn't. He doesn't know the word compromise.
He has compromised because that wall is not built yet, and he has compromised.
The reason it's not built yet isn't because he's compromised, it's because people have refused to fund it.
Does that change your opinion? Maybe you need to look more into her policies, what she's voted on during her time as being a senator?
If she's a thorn in Trump's ass, I'm all for her.
Okay. Even if it goes against your own beliefs and what you guys would or would not support, it's just as long
against Trump.
These are the people that are keeping me out here documenting everything that's going on, these crazy psycho liberals. These are the people because they go to the store, InfoWarsStore.com, and they purchase the products. Do you guys purchase anything else besides shirts?
Super Blue toothpaste. I brush with that every day. I love it. I do the Super Male Vitality. You take that a couple times a day. Keeps
Because
me going.
everybody brushes their teeth anyway, or they should. So why not get your toothpaste from InfoWarsStore.com, right?
So easy.
And you can put it on auto ship and you never run out.
It's seriously the best toothpaste I've ever had. I love it.